Welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about promoting diversity in California's utility companies. My guest this segment is Jose Perez, who's chair of what's called the California Utilities Diversity Council. You're also the owner of the Latino Journal, so welcome to our program.
Thank you, Steve.
Let's talk about diversity first, and as I think we all know, California now is a majority-minority state.
Correct.
Hispanic population about 40%. Asian population is like 14% and growing, the fastest growing population segment in the state. And so I know there are all sorts of new efforts to make sure that diversity is not only celebrated, but in practical terms gets a piece of the pie.
Yes, sir. And in fact, California has done so well that it's actually a national trendsetter. And so other states in the country actually look to California and what we're doing in that space because we have been so innovative and it's produced results over the years. But the California Utilities Diversity Council was started in 2003 at the urging of actually the Latino Journal, and we worked with the Public Utilities Commission, who had found that they had found a renewed interest in trying to work with some legislation that basically encouraged the California utilities to diversify their procurement spend, which at that time I think it was close to $21 billion total. So there was an interest in trying to get diverse businesses to participate in that. So when we started in 2003, we were at about $1 billion of diverse spend out of that total.
This is for what, minority-owned businesses?
Yeah, diverse businesses. They're minority, women, service-disabled veterans.
Okay.
And since that time, it's gone from $1 billion to almost $8.8 billion. So it's a very significant pattern forward. And what it means is that it shows that California, given its diversity and its demographic changes, that other segments of other populations are also creating very competitive businesses that are producing products or services that are very competitive in the marketplace. And our experience has been that all of these companies that take advantage of these additional competitions in the marketiplace actually do better. So a lot of them will tell us that they get into supplier diversity initiatives because they know that their bottom line is going to improve as a result of that. And in many cases, some of these companies look back to their consumers, and they actually tap some of those consumers, the ratepayers or communications consumers, to essentially get them involved in the procurement arena.
You've talked about procurement, supplier diversity, but there's more to it than that. Aren't you also looking at philanthropic diversity as well?
Yes. And over the course of the last 13 years, we looked at 5 categories. Procurement is the most robust.
Sure.
But we also have been looking at employment, the whole jobs issue. And looking at how our California youth are preparing for those challenging jobs, because as you well know, we got this group of folks that are retiring now, our baby boomers like myself and people my age. And so we have to make sure that we have a good supply of trained, well-educated, well-prepared workers to replace us. And so, and we also focus on philanthropy, which is a very large segment as well.
All right. Well, it's a fascinating subject, and I know we should credit the Latino Journal for really bringing this to the fore.
Thank you.
Jose Perez, thanks for coming by.
Thank you very much.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube, My Government on Demand, and the California Channel.